All praises due to the Most High, family. We back talking Mo football. This is the Ward Watch. Duh. Right, so family, if you didn't know, fun fact about me, I actually played for the Incarnate Word Cardinals here in San Antonio. Now, I was not on the team. I say played. I was on the team, family. I didn't get too much playing time. I'm just being honest with you. But I also was not on the team when Cam Ward was there. But I was on the team at one point. He was on the team shortly after that. So we supportive of Cam Ward as our fellow UIW Cardinal over here. Look, I'm just keeping it 100, a thou wow, a stack plus. You feel me? But so anyway, this is the Ward Watch. Number one pick in his draft. Transferred, started small, went big. How you go from UIW to Miami? That is a path. That's a journey to number one pick. Anyhow, family, y'all know the story. He already into 5 games into his pro career now. Y'all know the story. But so this is why we got the Ward Watch. I'm trying to see mans do good. I'm trying to see mans eat. I'm trying to see mans grow. Okay. And I don't know if I have enough to fill this whole 10. I try to do 10 minutes for y'all. I don't know if I got enough for this 10 minutes. The Cardinals beat themselves. The running back on an explosive play drops come on, bro. It's 2025 and you fumbling on the goal line? Like, voluntarily? I don't know who started that mistake, but bro, in 2025, we're repeating it? You're voluntarily fumbling on the goal line. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to running backs all over at all stages. It's embarrassing. So that's upsetting. I don't know if you can blame the guy that intercepted Cam Ward's tipped pass. And then that was crazy to me because, look, family, when I was when I was watching the NFL earlier in my life, you were down whether it was by contact or not. So it used to be the case when I was much younger watching the NFL, it used to be the case that would have been a down player and the interception would have stood. But because of the changes, and I don't know how long this change has been in effect, but I remember that it did change. Now you have to be down by contact. So because he intercepted the ball and was down before anybody touched him, and he lost the ball before anybody touched him, now that's an interception turned fumble. When I first started watching the NFL, that would have been an interception and the fumble would not have existed because he was down before the ball came loose. But now, in today's NFL, you have to be down by contact. Like, he could have intercepted it, got back up because nobody touched him, and ran to gain some yards. So that's why, the broadcast explained that. But just in case it was unclear for anybody out there watching this who also watched the game. He intercepted, was down, nobody contacted him, so he could have got up and ran. But because he lost the ball before he got up and ran, that's a fumble. And then the Titans got the fumble in the end zone. Okay, so a couple some great breaks for the Titans. I was watching this game because I was curious. Not only was it Ward Watch, but the Saints, if you know, family, if you don't know, I'm a Saints fan. You might know because I've been saying it on almost every football review I've been doing. I'm a Saints fan. We lost to the Cardinals. So I was trying to see how do we, as the Saints, compare to the Titans. Now, I don't know. I would put us on the same tier, to be honest with you. I mean, the Titans definitely had a couple of, I don't want to say lucky, but great breaks. Whereas the Saints did not get those breaks. Although we played a somewhat competitive game, of course we didn't win. But while the Titans got some of those breaks, man, it was frustrating. As someone that wants to see Cam Ward do well, it's frustrating. You understand why, as the number, you understand the context around being a number one pick. You're not a good to great team who also got the number one pick. You're a bad team. And that's why you have the number one pick. It is so frustrating that again, family, I'm not watching the live game. Just to be clear, I'm watching the highlights and I'm checking the box score. So I might be missing something. Correct me where I'm wrong. But family, almost way too many of Cam Ward's pass attempts are 3rd and long, 3rd and 6 or more. Way too many of them. Almost all of them, I want to say. He's constantly throwing the ball on 3rd and long. He gets no help on the first 2 downs. The running game was good in some cases, but overall for the game, it was not good. Was not helping to put Cam Ward in 3rd and manageable. That was not usually the case. In the 4th quarter, they got a little bit better. But those first 3 quarters, Cam Ward was almost never throwing the ball on 3rd and manageable. Also, outside of Calvin Ridley, Cam Ward is sometimes hitting these receivers in the hands and they're not catching the ball. I'm so frustrated for Cam Ward because he's so talented. He's so hungry. He's so skilled. Hence him going number 1 overall. But gosh dang, man. To hit a receiver in the hands who's getting paid millions of dollars. I understand we're human. But your job is to catch the ball. You're being paid millions of dollars to catch the ball. I've caught footballs, family. It's just a matter of focus. In most cases, in 80% of the cases, it's just a matter of focus. And players drop balls because they're thinking about their next move. They're thinking about where the defender is at. They're thinking about, can I run upfield or not? You have to focus and secure the pass first. Okay, so Cam Ward is out there doing his best with not much, if we're being honest. Now, him and Calvin Ridley had some connections, a particularly great connection. Now, what I would do, family, I'm not a football coach. I played running back. I know very little about playing quarterback, playing receiver, or coaching the 2 positions. It's just my own football experience, how I perceive the game to manifest, what I think would be effective, just on my own playing experience. If I were coaching a rookie quarterback, if I were developing a rookie quarterback, and I had a would you put at Calvin Ridley's peak powers, was he not a top 5 receiver in the league? I would encourage that connection. Especially when these other guys are mediocre to decent at best. I would find a way, game plan. I would practice. I would find a way. I'm a Saints fan. So I remember seeing Drew Brees and Marcus Colston, Drew Brees and Darren Sproles, Drew Brees, Jimmy Graham, Drew Brees and Mike Thomas just marching down the field. Just a 2-man band. They'd have an 80-yard drive. 70% completion percentage, and that receiver that I named, any one of them would have 5 catches on the same drive. I would encourage that type of connection between Cam Ward and Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley needs like 15 to 20 targets for Cam Ward. Ward Watch.